There is a very alarming statistic that a lot of people refer to when we talk about saving money and growing our wealth, and that is that most Americans can't even handle a $400 emergency. For me personally, from 2012 till 2015, it was probably one of my toughest financial periods that I experienced in a long time. At that time of my life, I had just separated from my ex husband. I got in a car accident, totaled my car, had to take on car payment, and my daughter had just started going to daycare. So that was an additional expense that I had to pay each and every month. Again, I was on the same job that I'm on now that I've been on since 2007. I was struggling financially. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had more month than money. I was living hand to mouth. All the things that you hear people say when they talk about struggling with money, I was going through those things. But in 2015, I decided that I had to turn around my financial situation and I had to get myself in a place where money was not a worry. And from that point on, I decided to never go broke again. So today I'm going to share with you my four main ways that I am able to have a high savings rate, that I am able to invest a majority of my income, and that I'm able to pay my bills without. Step number one is adopt a budget. I know that if you guys are like me and you're watching all of these different content creators and YouTube videos, you hear so many people talking about budgeting. Budgeting is important because, as I always say, what's managed is measured. If you know what you're spending money on, how much money you're spending, then you're able to look for ways to cut back on what you're spending on. And just by you learning how to live off less and save more, you're practically giving yourself a raise. So many of us don't realize how much money we're spending, how much money we're wasting on things like eating out, coffee, just not making a list when we go to the grocery store. We could be spending so much extra money each and every pay period. So it is important that you analyze your spending, you create a budget, you stick to that budget, and you decide what's important, and you only spend money on the things that are necessary. So step number one is adopt a. Step number two is we have to gain financial literacy. You have to pick up those books that are going to teach you about money, how to manage your money, and how to grow your money and put your money to work. A lot of us, we were raised with a scarcity mindset. Many of us, our parents struggled. We saw our family struggle, so we just assumed that we would struggle financially too. And for those of us who may not were raised in a house of scarcity, maybe some of the things that you've been through financially just have you thinking that this is how life is supposed to be. You're supposed to struggle with money. Well, I want to tell you that if you pick up books like Think and Grow Rich, How to Quit Like a Millionaire, there are so many books out there that will teach you how to better manage your money and how to put your money to work and how to go from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. Tips and tools and ideas and thoughts about money to our children and the generations after us, because again, they do not teach us these things in school. So step number two is you have to gain financial. Step number three is you got to pay yourself first. Guys, let me tell you something. The reason that paying yourself first is so important is because one, you're learning other good habits with money. Number two, you're learning how to live off less and keep more. When you pay yourself first, that means that you have to budget less of your money. If any of you guys are religious or you believe in tithing, in my opinion, tithing is about discipline. It's about you learning how to not consume the seed. It's about you learning how to live off less. So those of you who understand the benefits of paying yourself first, you know that you're able to keep more of your money and spend less and pay less in bills. When I learned the term pay yourself first, it truly changed my life. Before I paid the light bill, the cable bill, anything, I needed to pay myself first. And by learning to pay myself first, I learned how to cut back on a lot of unnecessary expenses so that I can save money. And later on, I was able to put that surplus of money to work. And I have other videos on my channel where I talk about investing and how to make your money work for you. So be sure to check out those videos. Number 4 is increasing your income. Maximizing your earning potential is the best way to ensure that you never go broke again. Being able to earn as much money as possible on your main job, and even being able to get a side hustle or maybe a second job or a part-time job. All of these things are going to allow you to increase the amount of money that you're bringing in. Increasing your income, it doesn't have to just mean getting a raise on your job. It could be creating some type of side hustle, getting a part-time or a second job. It could be going after your dreams of creating a business for yourself. Any of those things where you're able to increase your earning potential, where you're able to bring in more money and continue step 1 through 3 of budgeting, learning about money, and paying yourself first, is going to get you in a place where you never have to worry about going broke. Just remember, guys, that it is so important that you have a plan in order to change the current situation that you're in. Not only have a plan, but you have to work on your mindset. In order to better your environment, you have to better your mind. You have to better the way you think. If you guys haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And for those of you who have subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn on the bell notification. And it would help me out so much, guys, if you guys were to hit that like button, leave a comment below, because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much who have been supporting me along this journey. Thank you guys so much who always comment and like the video. Again, I am Marie Brown. This is my channel, Minds in Motion, where we talk about personal finances, investing, and how to become the best version of yourself. You guys have an amazing day.